Cooking mad easy, yo. DW Corner. Sundays, every day of the week. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom, tell the street. DW Corner. DWCorner.com.
Well, hello friends, family, and neighbors. Welcome to DW's Corner, Cooking Made Easy. Today I'm coming to you with an exciting, simple recipe, what to do with leftovers. And if you all would take a moment and hit the like and subscribe button if you like this video, and that way you'll know when I upload my next video tutorial. Now, in today's leftovers is going to be leftover chicken and rice, and I'm going to make a chicken and rice soup. And my ingredients to add with this is already pre-cooked chicken, pre-cooked roasted chicken, some leftover rice, got some leftover rice. I've got the broth from the roasted chicken out of the turkey roaster oven. And we're going to also be using, I got about 1.5 cups of frozen carrots, got oregano, got parsley flakes, got chicken broth, we got 3 chicken bouillon cubes, and a medium onion. Now, I will be getting back with you all in a moment and continue with this presentation. DW out. All right, y'all, DW back with you. Now, I'm going to get started here with my onion. I got a medium onion. I'm just going to go ahead and dice it up real quick. This is going to be simple and easy. And I'm going to show you a simple, easy way to peel an onion. First thing of all, you want to get inside that onion and take your thumb and peel back the first layer of your onion, like so. Just go ahead and peel it back. Just go ahead and peel that all the way on back. And that's going to expose the rest of your onion right there. You see how simple and easy that was? Let's see. Let's go ahead and do the same with this one. Just get your thumb up underneath the first shell of your onion and peel it back. Actually, I did too, but that's okay. And now you get your ends. I'm going to go ahead and cut one end off, and then I'm going to go ahead and dice that up. And this is going to be quick, simple, and easy. Yeah, leftovers can be a challenge at some time. You want to, repurpose them sometime and do something a little bit different. So this is what I'm going to go ahead and repurpose this chicken and rice and make a soup. And this is going to be simple and easy. I'm going to be using my go-to tool, the power pressure cooker, to purpose this up. And so I'm going to get in here with my onion. As you can see, the onion has these little ridge lines, and all you do is follow the ridge lines. And I'm using, this here is a vegetable chopper knife. Handy little knife tool. I mean, it's great for vegetables. You can pick them up almost anywhere. Your favorite retail store, go online and get your vegetable chopper knife. It makes things so much easier, especially when dealing with chopping vegetables. And get you a good knife set. They normally come with a vegetable chopping knife. And so I'm just going to go ahead and dice this up a little bit. While at that, I think I'm going to go ahead and fire up my pressure cooker. Let's go ahead and finish this onion first. Dice it up a little bit. If you cut along the ridge line, that makes it easy to dice. I'm gonna have to get me I'm thinking of getting me an electric knife sharpener. I know a lot of people use stones. The professional chef, they use sharpening stones. But hey, they're a professional chef, and more power to them. I just want to get me something that's going to make it quick, simple, and easy. And I see the electric sharpener knives, knife sharpeners. I'm going to get me one. Make it quick and easy. That's what we're all about here at DW Corner. Tools that make it quick, simple, and easy in the kitchen. All right. And an electric knife sharpener would definitely make it quick, simple, and easy to sharpen that knife. And I see how they sharpen those knives with stones. It's a process, and it's time consuming. Well, more power to those professional chefs. I'm a commerce chef, junior chef in training, so I want to get it done quickly and easy. Electric knife sharpener, I believe, is going to be the way to go. Now, let me go ahead and get my pressure cooker started up. First thing first, I'm going to go ahead and bring this on over to the counter now that I diced that onion up. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Where's my glasses at? Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and turn this on saute mode. And what I'm going to do is, being that I already have my broth from the chicken. Okay, there you go. My power pressure cooker just came on. So now that's going to be heating up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute those onions a bit before I add my already pre-cooked ingredients here. The rice. Let me move this over here. And the chicken. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the chicken up just a little bit more. Now, I also have another easy, simple tool, a turkey roaster oven. Now, that was the first time I used it during a holiday to cook the turkey, and it did a great job. And so I went ahead and used it to do the chicken with. And I used a thermometer, a thermal thermometer, because poultry of any kind, in order for it to be done, it's got to get an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Now, with that saying, in a regular oven, that's fine. With the turkey roaster, it cooks twice as fast as a conventional oven. And so one thing you don't want to see in a chicken, and that being that was the first time I've done the chicken in there, you do not want to see no red in your bones. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and put this in the power pressure cooker and run it for a few moments to make sure that we don't want to see. Now the meat is done. As you can see here, the meat is done. But the bones, I want to make sure those bones are nice and brown, like this one here, nice and brown. It's got to be brown all the way through. Don't want to see no red. And so anyway, when you're using new tools for the first time, test them out. You're going to have to, sometimes you're going to have to go a little bit longer than what the instructions tell you to do. The instruction might tell you, well, you know, go X amount of minutes, and then you find out, well, that didn't quite do it, so you have to go a little bit longer. You have to just go ahead and test it out a little bit. Okay, let me go ahead and get this aside. And now that this is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 cup of chicken broth. But before I do that, let me go ahead. You see right here the grease off of the broth of the chicken. I'm just going to go ahead and skim some of that grease off. I'm going to use that grease off of the chicken itself to saute the onions with. Yeah. I'm also going to use some butter. I'll say, hey, you got all this natural grease from the chicken. Don't need to use no butter. Just use the chicken grease from the broth. So that's what I'm going to do right here, right now. I'm going to use the chicken grease from the broth. And I'm going to go ahead and start sauteing the onions. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good. And I'm guessing I'm guessing looking at this, I probably got a couple of cups of chicken broth here. Let's go ahead and put this aside. Got them onions in there. Oh, that smells so good. I'll tell you what, there's nothing like natural chicken broth. The aroma of the chicken is just really, really great. Let me get my my spoon here. Let's go ahead and stir this up a little bit. I just want you all to quickly see what we got going on here. Now I just put the onions inside the pressure cooker and I'm gonna let it come back up because even though it was heated up, put that cold grease from the broth in there, so the temperature's gonna come back up. And we're gonna, I'll get back with you in a moment as we continue this presentation. DW out. All right, y'all, DW back with you. Now that I've got that sauteed down just a little bit, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken, my pre-cooked chicken, into the power pressure. Bones and everything. Because we want to get the richness of that bone inside this soup. And so, even though we got all those good flavors coming up out of the broth, the natural broth, we're also going to probably use a little bit of broth from the store. But we got enough natural broth here. What I want to do, I want to make sure that this comes back up to temperature once I put this. There we go. All those good yum-yums in there. Oh my lamb. Yeah. All them good yum-yums. I want to show you all what I've got going on in here. Let's put this down there. Let's go ahead and clean that up a little bit. Show you what's happening in this pot. Now, I'm going to start with the chicken. I'm going to run this for about 15 minutes. Once this come back up to temperature, I'm letting the cold broth heat up in the saute mode until it starts bubbling. But as you can see right here, I just added the chicken and the natural broth from the roasted chicken into the power pressure cooker. And I also want to add about let's just go ahead and eyeball this. I'm going to go ahead and add half of this. Let's go ahead and add half, because I am making a soup from this. So I'm going to pour about half of that chicken broth in there. Let's stir this up a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and add some other seasoning because I already got basically enough salt and pepper from but I want these other seasonings I want to add to it, like some parsley and some oregano. I like the flavor of oregano. Let's go ahead and go with a couple of teaspoons to start with. Let's see. And some parsley in there also. A couple of teaspoons of parsley. I'll put about 2 of each. Go ahead and mix that up in there real good. That's going to give the soup a nice flavor. Chicken and rice soup. And before I close the lid on this power pressure cooker, I've got it on saute mode. I'm going to go ahead, like I said earlier, I'm going to go ahead and let this, let me go ahead and taste this a little bit here. Let's see what we got going on here with these seasonings. Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm beginning to wonder whether I should even add the bouillon cubes to that. The bouillon cubes are going to be optional. This has a nice, rich chicken flavor because of the broth and the from the natural chicken broth and the store-bought broth. That's got a nice, rich flavor. I think I'm going to put another teaspoon of oregano. And so that's going to actually be 1 tablespoon of oregano. So I got 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon of oregano and 2 teaspoons of parsley flakes. Let me go ahead and try this up a little bit. Oh, wow. That is really, really good. Okay. I'm going to let this pressure cooker come back up to temperature, start boiling before I put the lid on it. That way, when I do put the lid on it, that's going to allow the timer to start a whole lot quicker. So I'll get back with you in a moment. DW out. All right, y'all. DW back with you. Now, I just went ahead and added the rest of the broth to it. So that was a full quart of broth. And what I think I'm going to do now, because this is a soup, and we're going to put some more water in this. And I think once I add some water to it, I may just go ahead and use those bouillon cubes after all, and make sure the rich chicken flavor is in there. So I'm going to go ahead and go with about 2 more cups. Let's see, let's see. I'm looking at the level inside my pressure cooker here. And just want to make sure I don't go over the line there. Hell yeah, that's looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Let's go ahead and give this a taste again. All right. That did water it down a little bit. It's still got a rich flavor, but let me go ahead and add I'm going to go ahead and break this bouillon cube up a little bit. And then I'm going to put the pressure lid down on here. That's it. I was going to go ahead and do 3 bouillon cubes. And since I said I was going to do 3 bouillon cubes, let me just go ahead and do the 3 bouillon cubes. Now, I wanted to have a rich chicken flavor. That's why I'm adding, being that watered it down just a little bit with the filtered water. And let's go ahead and get that one last bouillon cube here. Yeah, here we go. 3 bouillon cubes. And then stir this up. Then I'm going to go ahead and seal the lid on the power pressure cooker. By the way, for all you all out there, this particular power pressure cooker is called an Instapot. It's one of the most popular ones on the market. There's a whole bunch of different power pressure cookers out there in the market. I had one before this one was called Nutritionist, and that was my first one. This one here has a bigger capacity. The other one I had, it died on me the first day of the new year, and now I got this new one here. This is a 6-quart power pressure cooker right here. And so now we're going to go ahead and put the lid on there and make sure I'm going to make sure the The vent is sealed, and it's going to come up the pressure. Now I'm going to set this for 15 minutes. But when it comes up the pressure, that little silver button right there is going to seal, and then that's when the clock is going to count down. Let me make sure I can do this right, because this is a new machine right here. And so let me see. Let's go ahead and go with, I need to get some minutes in here. I think you got to do this. Let's see, pressure level. Let's see, go ahead and then turn it back on. And then let's take it down. Take it down to 15 minutes. Okay, it's set on high. And now I'm going to go ahead and let this go ahead and bring itself up to pressure. There we go. It just turned on now. Everything looks good. And so I'm going to go ahead and let it do its thing. After the 15 minutes, I'll come back and then we'll take a look, and then we're going to add the rice to it and add a few more minutes to it, and we should be done. All right, we'll be back when this is done. DW out. All right, y'all, DW back with you. Now, our 15 minutes is up on the pressure cooker, and let me go ahead and vent this thing now. Let me go ahead and let that vent, and then I'm going to go ahead. I've got 1.5 cups of frozen carrots, uncooked. I've been letting them thaw out for a while. And as soon as this depressurized, I'm going to add the carrots and the rice. I also want to do a taste test before I add that and see where we are on our seasoning, and see if I need to add any more seasoning to it. That's going to take a few moments for that to depressurize. And so one thing I really enjoyed about my other pressure cooker, it had 2 pressure release valves. It had a quick release that you just press down on it and almost like puff it out, and then it had the normal release valve. So that was a feature that I wish that was on this pressure cooker, but that's okay. Who knows? Maybe this company might, consider adding a quick release valve that you can just put on, you press on it, and it shoots up, and then you can go ahead and let it manually, release from the rear like it's doing right now. It would take less time, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. So anyway, this is just about depressurized. And so I'm going to go ahead and let it drop here. In the meantime, let's go ahead and make sure this rice is broken up. One thing I like about cooking rice in the pressure cooker, now this was in the refrigerator, the rice grains are separate. You don't have that when you cook it on top of the stove. All the grains are separate, which is pretty awesome. But being that this was in the refrigerator, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of, the coal will make them lump together. So look at that, y'all. Look at that. This is almost done. Now you got to make sure that your pressure cooker is totally depressurized before and that's a safety thing. You don't want to open that because this thing is under a lot of pressure. If you open it before it depressurizes itself, it could spill over and you could get burned. And we don't need that. Follow the directions for safety, and that way, everything, you'll be safe. Safety is number one, especially when you're dealing with power pressure cookers or any kind of pressure cooker, whether it's a manual one on the stove or power pressure cooker. What I like about the power pressure cooker, you set the time. There she goes. There, that little pressure button just went down. And now let's go ahead and see if we can get her opened up. Ah, look at that. Yeah. Look at that. It's bubbling, it's bubbling, it's bubbling. I'm quite sure the bones are soft. And let me go ahead and do a little quick taste before I add the rest of my ingredients that you is. Now, once I get this going again, I'm only going to do 5 more minutes. Put the it's going to take 5 minutes for the carrots to cook. That's pretty quick. Oh yeah. Wow. The bouillon cubes really took the salt level up to another level. So I'm thinking, well, this being the first time I've done this, I'm going to say probably just go with 1 bouillon cube rather than 3. Because bouillon cubes does have a lot of salt. And that's why I didn't add any salt. And there goes my carrots. So I'm going to just say, let's go with 1 bouillon cube. And there's my 1.5 cups. Let's get this stirred up real good. This is going to be a good soup, y'all. By the way, you don't even have to add carrots. I just like carrots. Rice and carrots are good, and chicken. This is just a quick and simple easy of what you can do. Let's go ahead and close that back. Come on, baby. Get back on there. Close that vent. All right, vent this seal. And now, let me go ahead and start this. I want to do 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and do 5 minutes. Bring this down to 5 minutes. All right, now, when she's ready to go, I've got it set for 5 minutes. When she's ready to go, she's going to come on. There it goes. She's on and she's ready to roll. So the pressure's going to come back up. We're going to run that for 5 minutes. And after that, we'll do a little taste test. Okay, I'll get back with you when this is done. DW out. All right, y'all, DW back with you. Now, the pressure cooker has depressurized itself. It took longer than I thought it was going to be. But anyway, it finally got it depressurized. And so now I'm going to just go ahead and open her up. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. We got us some. We repurposed the leftovers. And now we got ourselves a pot of chicken and rice soup. I'm just going to take a little bit of that right now and do a little quick taste test. This is nice and hot. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that, Joe. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, goodness. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit. Oh, it smells so good. Especially those herbs and spices. And that's just a little bit. That's just a little dab. About a couple of spoonfuls. This is good and hot. Whew. Boy, that smells so good. Wow. Not only smells good, it tastes good too. Oh wow. With the onions and the oregano and parsley, and carrots. Wow. Now, I will have to say this. I really didn't have to add 3 bouillon cubes. So we're gonna just go with 1. The bouillon cubes are a little salty. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this. Shut that down. That is done, people. That is a wrap. There you go. That's just one small example of what you can do with leftovers. It doesn't matter. There's so many things you can do with leftovers. But that was just one example. I'm going to be coming up with some more. And this is series 1 on what to do with leftovers. As different things that come up with, we'll be repurposing them to show you what to do with leftovers. But that's a good soup. If you love soup, you got the crackers to go with them, Ritz or saltine, doesn't matter. You can make a sandwich to go with that. You can have soup and sandwich. There's just a whole variety of things you can do. All right, well, listen, that's going to be it for this presentation. I want to thank you all for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you like this video. And we hope to see you on the next video tutorial. May God bless, and you all have a wonderful day. This is DW. I'm out of here. Hasta luego. Bye-bye.
Cooking mad easy, yo. DW Corner. Sundays, every day of the week. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom, tell the street. DW Corner.
DWCorner.com